Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am Storm, the owner of Storm Commerce, located in Zachary, Louisiana. And today's YouTube video, we're going to be talking about a lot. But first, I just want to introduce myself. Again, I'm Storm, and just tell you guys a little bit about me and why I started my brand in the first place. Okay, so stay tuned and let's dive into some things. I have to get used to this whole YouTube thing. I am not used to being in front of the camera. Like, I have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have all of those apps, but I really like being behind the scenes. I'm not really big on getting in front of the camera like this. Like, this is kind of weird to me. But hey, I want to get into it, and I want to share with the people, my practices and what I do and who I am, and just start sharing a little bit more because I'm very vocal. If you follow me on Facebook, I be on there. I be talking a whole bunch of craziness, always craziness. Yeah. So, and I prefer to be more relaxed and chill. I only open up to those who get me. I'm weird. I'm weird as hell, but I open up and love the hell out of those that love me and my awkwardness and my weirdness. So yeah, on this channel you may be seeing a lot of my weirdness coming out. Just me saying weird things, my laughs, my quirkiness, all of that is going to be coming out on this channel. So I'm gonna just give you a fair warning right now, okay? A warning, because that's just me. That's how I am. So moving on, I do want to talk about Storm Commerce. So let me tell you guys this. I created Storm Commerce because I was in the middle of transforming. I was in the middle of being in a Hebraic religion and still trying to seek me, trying to find, so I was trying to, I guess you call that being in between religions, but basically I was there, I was learning, I was gaining a lot of knowledge and so forth, and I wanted to take that to the next level. Because when you're in a religion or whatever you may be in, and you can feel like you're stuck, like there's something else knocking on the door, like you're going to your spiritual awakening, and it's like the answers that you want, you're not going to get it from their religion, so you have to start diving a lot deeper. And so that's what I ended up doing. And once I started diving into spirituality, the sacredness of spirituality, that's when a light really came on to me. And then I remember me getting a visit from one of my ancestors, and they basically told me to remember the way. And I was like, huh? What? Remember? And I was like, remember the way? Remember what way? I don't know. It was wild. It was a wild thing. And I remember it was a Shabbat one day. Shabbat, which is a Saturday for the holy holiday, holy day of the week. Sorry. And I was in there, and I was like, I said I had to go do something to my hair because I took my locks down. I had faux locks, and I took them down, and I was in there taking them down. And I remember me being in the bathroom, and something happened. I got transported or something to another dimension in my bathroom. I remember this clear as day. I was in my bathroom, that transported me to a place, and at this place I was in front of a man who was very, very, very tall, and basically he I'm skipping ahead, but I was in front of this man. He was sitting in a throne, and I was looking up, I kept looking up at him, up, and I couldn't stop. You know how you trying to look, they're so tall that I could never see his face because how big he was. And then after me trying to look up, trying to get to him, I could never get to him. So he told me, you won't make it into my kingdom. And I say, huh? What the fuck? I'm supposed to be a Hebrew. I'm supposed to be going to the 144,000. And he's like, you won't make it into my kingdom because this is not your journey. And I said, what? What do you mean it's not my journey? And then he's like, you're not supposed to be here. And I said, what the fuck? Like, that tripped me out so bad. And I will never forget this feeling, how I felt. And I just felt so insignificant so small, and like I didn't matter. And then he reassured me and said, this is not your journey. You're not supposed to be on this journey. You will find your... And he told me that I will find my way. And I was like, whoa, that's the same thing I had my ancestors say. And then that's when it went crazier. Okay, I'm talking crazier. I remember I had a group that was for Hebrew women at that time, and me going through my awakening, and it was like several other females. There was several other people, women who were going through their awakening the same time that I was going through my awakening. And so I said, I'm going to create a group. It's my group. So I ended up turning one of my sacred femininity groups on Facebook, and my Hebrew groups, into the sacred femininity group. And that's when all hell broke loose. And so that's when all hell broke loose. Okay, it broke loose. When I'm talking about, they had people during Shabbat services, classes on Saturday, after me telling all the other women that were in the church that were close to, were telling them to stay away from me because I was a witch and I was going to corrupt them or kill them or whatever the fuck they were talking about at that time. I don't fucking know. And I was like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to find my center. I'm trying to find myself. And they wouldn't have that. So it was a lot. That was one of the craziest things that happened to me during my transition into be where I am today. So after that, I just kept seeking. I would tell you guys this too. When you're just getting into tarot readings and tarot, please don't go get the card and read yourself when you just trying to fucking figure out what the fuck is going on in your world. Please don't. I don't know. I got can't even talk. So I went to my local store at that time, which was Stonekeepers. I went there, and basically it was in Murfreesboro, I can never say that, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. That's where I lived at the time. But anyway, I went there and I got me it wasn't a Rider-Waite tarot deck. I can't even think of the name. I think I have one of the cards here. This is my old deck, my first deck. I got one of these cards. I forgot the name of it. I think it's Easy Tarot to Learn or something like that. But anyway, I got that card and I did a reading on myself. The first cards, let me tell you guys, the cards that I pulled on myself was the Tower card, and I still have a picture of that I took of my spread, and it was the Tower card, the Devil card, and I think it was the Ace of Wands. I'm gonna have to go back and look it up, but it was the Devil, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. And for me being a first time, no, it was the Death too. Okay, so let me tell you, I pulled the Death card, the Tower card, the Devil, and the Ace of Wands. So I'm pulling these cards, and like, this is my first time doing anything with tarot. I just felt like, I was led to go get these cards. So I'm looking at this deck, and I'm just like, this spread that I pulled, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, bitch, I'm finna die. Oh my God. So what I ended up doing was learning what each card meant, and I kept that picture because I was like, this is something that it means something, and what it came out to be was the old me was dying. It was passing away. I wasn't that person anymore. And the Tower card was my whole entire existence being shaken up and turned upside down. And it was for me to go through my transformation period and finding me. And that Ace of Wands was me given the opportunity to do something new, a new beginning. And I didn't know what any of that meant at that time. So here I am, scared shitless, out of my mind, because I pulled these cards and I thought it was the end all of everything. And then from there, things just got better. It got so much better. I had anxiety. I had stress. I was just trying so hard to make sure that I was on a righteous path, doing the right thing, that I wasn't doing anything that would lead me to hell. I wanted to go to the kingdom and live an everlasting life with the angels playing the harp. That's not how a harp go, But that's what I wanted to do. That's what I thought I had to do. And yeah, boy, when you start learning spirituality, you make some changes, okay? And you understand that shit is just fucking peer pressure from dead people. Damn. My biggest thing that I honed in on was death and transitioning. I wanted to know what happened to you when you die, to give myself peace, because I didn't understand it. I didn't know what the whole ordeal took place. Were we really going to be in Sheol? Sheol is another form of hell. When you look it up, it just literally means in the dirt. Like, I wanted to know more. So I started studying a lot. I started throwing myself into ancestral magic and ancestral work, talking to the spirits, trying to get more of an understanding of what goes on. And the more I seek that understanding and talking to the spirits, the more they talk to me back. And I'm sitting up here having a conversation with people that are not alive anymore. Do you know how much that will freak you out if you're new to this shit? So the more that I did that, the better I felt. Like, I got understanding about life and life after death, and I just felt complete. I felt whole. I felt like I can live my life without having to worry about, things. I can enjoy life. I can go out on a Saturday and don't have to feel bad for being outside, So that was my whole entire thing, coming into this. And then I remember the day that I came up with the name Stormcalmers, was going through that crazy period, just trying to stop the anxiety attacks and scared and feeling. And then I learned about herbs and healing and how you can use these to calm you down. Okay, I remember I had anxiety so bad. I ended up searching and researching different herbs that can calm my nerves. So those herbs was nettle leaf, passion flowers, Wisandria berries, skullcap, and oat straw. Like, I put those blends together to calm me down, because my anxiety was through the fucking roof. And let me tell you, I'm not the type of person that does well with THC, with weed, Mary Jane, the devil lettuce. I can't do it. My brain is already like, brrr. So I couldn't do that. I had to figure out which herbs would literally calm me down and help me. And once I started doing that and I started healing myself, I was like, my storms have calmed down. All those problems I had calmed down. I feel a whole lot better. And then I thought about it and I was like, storm calmers? Storm calmers. And then the fucking motto popped me in the head and was like, the calm after the storm. Some of us are not meant to be in a religion. Some of us are not meant to be tied down to one way of living, one way of thinking, one way of doing. We're not supposed to. And when we do restrict ourselves, that's when the problems constantly happen. A lot of you probably are going through anxiety and depression and, so forth. It's because you're not supposed to be restricting yourself the way you are. You're supposed to be living large. You're supposed to be being happy, enjoying life, not, stopping yourself from going out and doing this, that, and the third. And this is why a lot of people have or suffer from anxiety and depression, because they are shrinking themselves. And once I realized this, what I was doing, I made those changes, size up to get to this point. Without shrinking myself, I had to grow. And then once I grew, I was able to heal myself mentally, physically, and emotionally and spiritually. It was things that I had to do, and I'm so glad that I did, because I would not be here today to tell this story. And I have many more, you guys. Many more. And that's like the reason why I created Stormcalmers. So, so that I could heal the storms. And once I figured out how to, use the herbs, use the candles, use the magic to transform my life as well as my family's life. Like, when I started dabbling in herbs, listen, my people was like, I got high blood pressure. Okay. I was like, okay, let me go do my little research, my little sprinkle of research, go hit the book, study whatever I need to study. And I'm coming back and I'm going to heal you. I am going to heal you. And that's what the fuck I did. And then I took my fucking talents to my own website and I started healing other people. I started helping them. I remember when I worked at the farmers market every Saturday here in Zachary, it was a lady. She came to me and she was like, do you have any more of those salves? Y'all, I used to make yarrow salves. If you know anything about yarrow, you can literally cut your fucking arm off, throw some yarrow on it, and the yarrow would act as a motherfucking liquid stitch. All right, but don't go cut your arm off. Please don't do it. But me, how I work, I used to grab a knife and I would cut the tip of my finger off, and then I would go and get some yarrow and I would place. I have pictures of everything that I did. I am my own scientist, my experimenter. I do everything on myself. So I cut my hand, cut it, and let the blood drip out, dry it, dabbed it up, and then I went to go get the yarrow that I made, the yarrow salve. I was like, oh my god, this shit really worked. It really worked. So from there, I just started dabbling in herbs, doing different things. People will come to me and say, hey, I have a cycle that won't go off. How do you stop the bleeding? I was like, girl, let me go do my little research, little dibble dabble. Did my little dibble dabble, came back, created a whole tea tonic for this customer, this client. Gave it to her. She was like, yo, whatever you put in this motherfucking tonic, bitch, that shit worked. And I was like, oh, I was so happy. And then I just kept making stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm finna move on to candle magic because, bitch, I'm doing the damn thing. My power. I'm trusting in my abilities. I'm trusting in my spirit, my ancestors, and we doing the damn thing, right? So I started making fucking candles. When I tell you those candles started hitting, they started hitting. People was like, I'm getting money. I'm getting it. Whatever candle I made, them motherfuckers worked. Whether it was the Bitch Be Gone candle that I have of my brand, whether it's the Cash Out candle, whether it's the Astral Travel candle. Now I have so many stories about the Astral Travel candle and what it does. Like when those candles start hitting and I start getting these reviews from all of these people who were trying my brand, I was like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, but I'm so thankful, that I've never experienced this. I had a business before that. It was so stressful. Oh my God, we're gonna talk about that too. But it was so stressful to go from that to go to here to Storm Commerce and seeing how well it's being received by many people. And I'm just like so grateful and so thankful for that. Like I'm doing something that I love. I love creating. I love making products that heal people, And so the more I got feedback from customers and clients, so I ended up doing really, really well. People from all over. I realized what my passion was and what I was created to do, which was to be a healer. Whether it's just words of encouragement or spells or rituals, whatever it may be, I noticed that the power that I have within me, and I'm able to, push that out into a ritual or a candle or a tea or whatever it may be. I'm able to heal, and this is what makes me so happy and so proud to say that I'm honestly living in my purpose. I'm honestly doing what I was created to do, and it's a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm so grateful to be here and to even share this story with y'all, because I got so many stories that I'm going to be sharing on this channel. Just a lot of things, and I'm super excited to be here. When I first started this video, I was kind of nervous because I don't like really being on the camera. I'm more so of that person that be behind the scenes doing her own thing. I may say a little, like I say my little thing. I do a little key on Facebook and Instagram or whatever, but being out in front of the camera, like, bro, that's a whole nother motherfucking thing, bitch. A whole motherfucking thing. And I'm like, I don't know, but I like it. I'm getting comfortable, sharing this stuff and being in the front of the camera. It's gonna take some time for me to, be like, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna get there. I'm not there right now, but I'm gonna get there. And I just find it like really cool to be able to talk to people who support my brand, y'all. So be on the lookout for more products. I still got so much more to do, but you know, I'm not about to rush. I'm not, let me tell you something. I learned this. Never rush the process. Never. Because once you do, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck yourself up. You're going to fuck up everything. You're going to fuck up everybody. So what you need to do is take your time. Take your motherfucking time. Because once you take your time, you can see things clearly. You can see the outline, the picture of what you need to do. And once I started doing that, baby, when I take my time, I get shit done right. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing nothing. Okay? So, I don't know why I got like, I'm taking my time. Just letting you know I'm taking my time. I'm doing what I want to do it. How I want to do it. Okay? I don't know what that was about. But I feel like I've been recording for too long, and I don't want to hold y'all because it's late here. It's like, I think it's 12. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be filming. So get used to seeing my face. This face may not always look like this because sometimes I don't like doing hair. I don't like doing makeup. So you might get ashy me. Remember, it's a journey, not a race. No speed demons are allowed. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, I got to go. So on our next video, we will be talking about something. I don't know yet, but we will see. So peace out.